Alright, good afternoon YouTube. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the biggest gym time wasters. So I was actually just reviewing, or in the process of reviewing, Dr. Swole's 4-day hybrid Arnold push-pull program, and there's a couple things that I noticed in it where it just kind of inspired me to make a different video. Now, that workout program overall has a lot of good about it and like more pros than cons, I would say. And program reviews are great, but they're more often than not, it's just kind of like, it's almost black and white kind of thinking. Like, for the most part, it's just kind of like, well, does it follow good programming principles? Yes. Okay, cool. Does it not? Okay, then stay away from that. It's not really all the case of like, oh man, this one is so much better than that one. This one's so much better than that one. Because here's the thing. Most of them use the same exercises. Most of them use the same number of sets and reps. And if you're following someone who does use good programming principles, which is what I'm laying out in my programming playlist, then usually the program is going to be fine. The thing that made me want to make this video, though, were just small little details in terms of things that I see in programs that are sent to me by other people, programs that I have on my list to review, and that's why I'm making this video today. So my name is Cross the King, StanStrength.com. If you are interested in buying merch, buying personal training or coaching, or a personally made training program, then that is all available on my website in the link in the description below. So let's get started with the video. The first biggest gym time waster, and these aren't going to be ones that you've probably heard elsewhere, like, don't be on your phone in between your rest intervals, you have to be a lion. Like, shut up with that, okay? Just stop, okay? This is real stuff. This is real people stuff. If you program the leg press and you program leg press calf raises because you actually are a member of Team Calves and not like myself who is Team No Calves, if you program them as separate exercises, I swear to God that for whatever reason, I don't know why it makes me, I'm so upset. It's probably just a personal reason. I mean, like, who hurt me to make me like feel this way about it? But I don't know. But when I see it, I just cannot for the life of me understand why. I don't think that your performance on the leg press will limit your ability to like perform for a leg press calf raise. And I also, so this is kind of coming from the fact that most people, when they lift in a commercial gym, right? There are reasons to not do consecutive exercises with a certain piece of equipment, especially a barbell. But with something like a machine, something like a leg press, I, for the life of me, just can't understand it. Because do I really want to do all this work on the leg press, know that later in my workout I have to come back to this machine, and then, like, let's say it's like the last exercise of the day, and when it is finally the last exercise of the day, you see someone on that leg press and you think to yourself, I'm taking my ass home. Now, maybe I'm just lazy. That's possible. That's a possible thing. Or maybe I know that there's really no reason for me to get up, walk over, do some other exercises, and not do calves. So if you program the leg press and leg press calf raises as separate exercises that have something in between, or multiple exercises in between, I would like to know your reasoning why. Quite honestly, like, is it a personal preference thing? Do calf raises actually affect your leg press performance, or vice versa? Like, let me know. Because here's the thing. You can do a separate number of sets and reps. Like, let's say you only want to do 3 sets of the leg press, but you want to do 5 sets of leg press calf raises. You can. But at least for 3 of those sets, superset it. Like, I really don't think that the limiting factor of you being able to hit your allocated number of reps per set on a leg press will be limited by your calves. Even when my calves were the absolute sorest from whether it be running, hiking, trail running, boxing, or whatever, even when or even wrestling, oh my God, wrestling makes my calf sore like nothing else. Even with that, my leg press has never failed. I've never failed a leg press because my calves are sore. So maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm an anomaly. I don't know. But if you are someone who has ran a program or has made a program with the leg press and the calf raise as 2 separate exercises, please let me know in the comments down below the reasoning behind it, the benefits behind it, because if I'm wrong, I want to know that, and I will want to, stop spreading misinformation, basically, right? But until that point, I really do consider this to be a huge time waster. Reason being, like I said earlier, if you do the leg press, you leave to do some other exercises, you finally come back to the leg press and someone is on it, because most commercial gyms that you go into only have one, or if there are like multiple, it's typically a gym that's like $10 a month, and then like it's always full anyway. So I would just rather, like, if I have the piece of equipment, I'm gonna get everything out of that piece of equipment until I'm done, right? So that's one, okay? The second biggest time waster is if you have multiple single joint exercises that are also separate, that are not part of a superset, that are not part of a giant set. So you don't need to superset literally everything. You're like, the Brian Alsruhe approach to like even your compound movements is not necessary for most people. I do really like it for a more athletic, let's say, purpose. It's really great for conditioning. It's really great for overall fitness, and you can get strong doing it. I mean, he is proof of that. But one thing I do know is that also, like, you're definitely going to get fit from it, but whether or not you get bigger or stronger can vary from person to person. At least that's what I've seen from people who have ran those programs. They're great programs. I recommend them. And for most people, you will get good results. But I am letting you know right now that fitness is guaranteed with those kinds of programs where you superset or giant set multiple compound exercises. But hypertrophy, strength, that will vary from what I've seen, at least. But it's going to happen. It's just more like the degree to which it could happen in relation to like whether, like, let's say, more specific types of training programs. Now that's different. But when it comes to the smaller exercises, when it comes to the accessory movements, that should be supersetted. That should be made into a giant set. There is no reason for you to do a barbell curl, but also lack the ability to then put that weight down, change your grip, and do a barbell upright row. With the exception of maybe that movement just completely destroys your joints, in which case I kind of think that's more of a form issue more than anything else, because I know Athlean-X made a video that just like traumatized the entire lifting community to never do upright rows again. But then the more I tried it, the more I was just like, oh my God, am I a sinner for liking the upright row? And the answer is yes, but whatever. I like the upright row. I think it works great. So if you are doing barbell bicep curls, there is no reason for you not to superset barbell upright rows if they agree with your shoulders. And then you can even go even further. If you can do that, you can even do, let's say, the overhead barbell tricep extension. Those are options as well. So that's one example. Another example is tricep row pull downs or push downs, however you want to describe it, and face pulls. The implement that you're using, the piece of equipment that you're using is set up in such a way that it's the exact same for both exercises. And I don't think that people who are watching this video or people who have trained for longer than a year are going to be so gassed out by a set of tricep extensions that they can't lift their arms up to do a face pull or any other rear delt exercise that you can think. And you can even add more to this. You can do dumbbell bicep curls followed by tricep row pull downs and then face pulls, rest 30 seconds, and then go back into the barbell or the dumbbell bicep curl, because the amount of time that separates from the time you did the curl to the next time is about a minute. Like, let's say you do dumbbell curl, tricep push down, like with a rope, and then a rope face pull, and then 30 seconds of rest. You've likely rested for an entire minute. And then that means there's a minute interval in between each one of these things. You're saving a lot of time, getting a lot more work done. The density of your workouts improved, and you're not wasting time. So if you are a busy individual, which most of us probably are, you probably have a family. I mean, I would hope so, unless you're an alien or just spontaneously were created. You might be in school, or you might have work. You have other responsibilities. And then also, there's just, in my opinion, your workouts really should top out at around 2 hours at the absolute most. And that's really just for really specific reasons. But for most people, just general people who are trying to get stronger, get fitter, look a bit better, an hour is all you need. So superset all your single joint shit or single joint exercises. So there's And then here's another one. You can put dumbbell lateral raises with almost any set of exercises that you're doing. Like, so let's say you do some skull crushers and then maybe some type of curl or something like that. It's very easy to just grab a set of dumbbells and do some lateral raises. So the reason why I bring this up is because a lot of people do bring up is like, well, this workout just takes too long. I'm in the gym for so long. I don't feel the need to do this. And a lot of people complain about certain things in their program, but because of who they listen to, they feel like they're breaking some law and that they're going to get arrested if they start putting things together, or like they're scared to superset because they're just like, oh, I heard of something called the interference effect or something like that, or like or they hear some type of study where it's just like straight sets or taking like superset training is not as effective or something like that. And I swear to you, I promise you, I guarantee this to you, those numbers and studies and everything that you've read about supersets and whatever, context is very important. Are they supersetting main lifts? Are they supersetting compounds? Or are they supersetting isolations? For this particular context, the supersetting of isolation exercises, you will not notice a significant difference whether you do straight sets or just like doing exercises one at a time or doing supersets or giant sets. The only difference you will notice is the fact that you get out of the gym a lot sooner. Now, don't take this to an extreme and become the guy who just makes an entire circuit and takes up all the equipment in the gym. Don't be that guy. But if you are using a piece of equipment that allows you to do multiple single joint exercises, you should do them. So that's the second point. Third point, foam rolling and any other like preventative work or like rehab work. I'm not saying foam rolling and prehab and rehab are bad things. I include them in my programming. I recommend them. But the timing to which I recommend them is kind of different for most people, right? If you are literally spending the first 20 minutes of your time in the gym just foam rolling and doing like all that band work, I think that the issue that you're facing is not with that, right? If you have to foam roll, if you have to do so much prehab and rehab work just to handle the load of your training, you're probably training too hard for your body. Training should make your body more resilient. It should make you stronger. It should not induce pain. It should not increase pain and the likelihood of injury over time. So you want to do something that's more relevant for like fixing this, right? You want to work on your programming. You want to work on your exercise selection. You want to work on more active recovery. So going out and like going for a walk or something, or doing some amount of cardio or something of that nature, right? Foam rolling and doing your band work is very important and it will help out. But in my opinion, if you're going to go to the gym for an hour, you want to get the biggest bang for your buck. And all the other smaller work are things that you can actually fit elsewhere in your day. You know, while you're watching TV, you know, if you have a pull-up bar in your room, like it's not very difficult to just grab a band. You know, they're like $5 on Amazon, like the light red bands and everything like that, and just do some band pull aparts, some over and backs, like shoulder dislocation type stuff, like throughout your day. And then of course, with the other modifications that I recommend, your programming, your exercise selection, active recovery, these are things that are going to actually make you feel better with your training. Like I said, if 20 minutes of your workout is just spent on you being able to handle the rest of the session, I think that there are things in your training program that need to be fixed before you like add in those kinds of stuff. I hope that's clear. And the last thing that you are doing to waste time in the gym is a push-pull leg split. And I refuse to elaborate on that any further. I hope you know that that's a joke. It's a joke. If you like that split and you get results, who cares? But anyway, yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Smash that subscribe button. I think that for whatever reason that helps or entices people to hit the subscribe button a bit more, to smash it, because I don't know, maybe we want to smash things. We're more like the Hulk, or maybe it's more like the youth way of using that word where it's kind of, you know, kind of frisky. But anyway, before I make this video any more awkward, please like, comment, subscribe. If you want to buy merch, such as this shirt, I always mess up like how to grab this. If you want to buy merch like this is all available on my store. Or if you would like to buy a custom training program or like to work with me as your coach, all of that is in the link in the description below. Have a great day.